Jimmy, what is going on with you? What is the Crown of Thorns all about?
So this is an homage to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because last time I was here, I mentioned that I was going to court on Good Friday, and God prevails.
Oh, you things went well in court.
Yeah, I won, thankfully, and thank God. But yeah, I won, and this is for God.
You're free.
This is for God and the gays.
Baby is full of energy today.
Oh my God, I'm surprised he is because he actually just got his shot. So he's not. He's like normally like last time he had it done, he knocked out right away. But yeah. Oh my God, can I actually start off with a poem?
Sure.
That I wrote. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. In a world where humans strive to be perfection's godly clone, they judge each other, casting hearts of stone. Expectations high, they seek flaws to find, forgetting we are all flawed in body and mind. Cast the first stone if you're free of sin, yet none are perfect. We all bear a mark within. A truth to remember before we begin on the path of judgment, harsh and grim. Perfection's a dream, a distant ashore, but compassion and grace should matter more. In our quest to perfect the form we're in, let's remember the light that dwells deep within. So before you judge, take a look inside. Embrace the flaws, let love be your guide. We're all imperfect, that's the human way. In shared struggles, find kind words to say. And before you judge, let your spirit ascend. Embrace imperfection, let love transcend. In realms of magic where dreams wander free, happiness and love enchanting thee. And my name is Jimmy Fame, a star aligned, and a dream proclaimed.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So what's going on with you now? You're not worried about your court.
I'm free.
Your court issues anymore?
You know what? Today is actually the day that I went to jail a year ago. Yeah, the 3rd of June was literally like a year ago. And that's kind of like crazy to think about because it's just like, I don't know, like it's definitely like a huge difference from then and now. You know what I mean?
How have you changed?
Well, I mean, I'm very much more aware of like, well, it's not like I wasn't aware, but like, I guess I'm like more aware of my like situation per se. And, I don't know, it's definitely been like, an experience that has helped me like really like and mature, you know? And, I don't know, I'm still like, it's an ongoing thing, like growing and, maturing. But yeah, like I guess like I don't know, I'm just like looking forward to like being free and like I guess like putting like my time and energy into my creative ventures, you know? Like this, I made this get up that I'm wearing today.
Beautiful.
So yeah, like it definitely is like helpful to just like, I don't know, not have like a monster lingering while I'm like creating, you know what I mean?
For a creative person to have something like a trip to jail hanging over your head, it's got to just crush you.
Yeah, it definitely was not like the most inspirational thing, but you know, I took from it what I could.
Creative people don't do well with things hanging over their head like that.
No, not at all. But Jesus died for our sins, so. But yeah, like, also, like, I went to Pride this past weekend, and that was pretty intense.
And
like,
for those that don't know, Pride is the Pride Week. Is it a week?
Well, it's like, actually, LA has multiple Prides. Like,
is that right?
Yeah, in other cities, they normally, like, you normally have one Pride, but, like, yeah, LA has, like, multiple Prides. They have, like, WeHo Pride, and then they have like LA Pride, which is like a completely like different event.
So which one was this you went to?
I'm not even sure which one it was, but it was in WeHo. I'm not sure if it was WeHo Pride though. It might have been. I don't know.
But that's where all the gay community comes out and has a parade and.
Yeah. Oh my God, one year when I went to Pride, I was literally super plastered, and I was walking around asking people, what does Pride mean to you? People got so offended over that question. Like, they didn't even know, like, what to answer, some of them. And I guess some of them weren't even gay, but it was like, okay, I don't know. It was definitely a crazy Pride. But this one was pretty chill. Like, I didn't really, like, I guess I just wasn't there long. But, like, yeah, it was, like, I don't know. It was fun. It was definitely a good way to replace that traumatic event, I guess.
Yeah, I'll bet. I went to, me and some friends went to see what Pride was all about a couple of decades ago, and it was...
How was that? Did you get hit on?
No, but it was just insane.
Well, that's surprising.
Saw some crazy shit.
I don't know. The gays normally love straight guys.
Yeah, no, I had a girlfriend that lived in the middle of that whole thing once. Yeah, that right.
Oh, in
right
WeHo?
off of Santa Monica Boulevard, and it was insane.
Yeah,
I got hit on more than she did.
I bet. I mean, yeah, you're in WeHo, like, it's definitely, like, gay central. But it's, like, I don't know, I feel like it's not, like, what it used to be honest. Like, when I first moved to LA, like, I would go to WeHo, like, every weekend. Like, without missing a beat. And it was just, like, I don't know, it was just, I guess, like, more of, like, I would, like, know people, you know what I mean? And then this time when I went, I barely, like, knew, like, I ran into, like, 2 people I knew. And, like, a few years ago, I would, like, known everybody, basically. But, yeah, like, the scene definitely has changed. It's kind of lonely.
Kind of lonely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe because I'm, like, shy now, but, like, yeah, it's kind of, like, hard to meet, like, I guess, people in LA. I don't know.
It seems like the gay community is just like a nonstop party.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I guess we have to celebrate being unique and different. I wonder why there's no such thing as straight pride. I feel like that should be a thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why do just gays get pride? I feel like straight people should be prideful as well, you know? But yeah.
Being a straight white male, you're at the bottom of the barrel of all that stuff.
Why do you say that?
Well, probably because they were perceived as being the top of everything, so we don't get any kind of parade or any kind of. There's no white lives matter.
Well, there's gay white males, you know, and they were like progressive in the movement. I guess that's why like the gay community is like also very like, I guess it's like in every pot. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of everybody and everywhere.
Yeah, but the gay community is probably a little more evolved than other segments of society.
True.
In terms of race and.
Yeah, we are progressive.
Yeah.
But that's because we have to like face adversity, and I guess that forces your hand, you know? I guess when you're just like, you have to try to like fit a mold your entire life, it's kind of like, I don't know, it gets kind of overwhelming, and it's just like, I don't know, oppressive. I remember when I was in Virginia, and I didn't come out, like, obviously it was obvious because people would like, you know, like spread the word, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I got questioned about my sexuality quite a number of times, and I would get so embarrassed, like I would just like freeze up, like I'm like, oh my God, how do they know? But yeah, I would deny it, and I actually denied it to myself for the longest time. Like,
you did?
I didn't know like if that's what I wanted to be. You know what I mean? It kind of felt in the way wrong. And
is that because of your family or because of the society, the culture?
That's a good question. Honestly, I feel like society definitely has like a huge role to play in it, because I guess it's like social constructs and just like how people are like, or how our society views homosexuality. And like, I don't know, I guess like I personally was like taught that was wrong. And I guess that influenced my thought process when I was younger, and it made me like shun my my sexuality. And I of course, like, I'm a rebel at heart. So it's like, even though I did feel, in a way, like, rejecting myself, I also didn't allow that to, like, stop me from, like, being who I was. Because at the end of the day, you can't really pick what you like, It's kind of like a part of who you are.
Well, it's not like anyone who's gay is choosing to be gay.
Right. So, like, the way I think about it is like, is there a certain food that you don't like or you just can't eat, like personally?
I'm sure there's something.
So I can't stand seafood. I don't know why, but, like, to me, it looks appetizing. Like, I watch videos of people eating seafood online, and I'm just like, that looks so good to me. But when I eat seafood myself, like, when I try to eat it, like, I'll have a gag reflex.
Really?
I can't eat seafood. But I didn't choose that. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. So I feel like your sexuality is similar to that. You don't really choose that, and, like, you like what you like, Like, there's parts of humans that we don't really have, like, full control of. Like, do you decide when you blink? You know what I mean? It kind of just happens.
You can't decide who you fall in love with. You can't decide who you warm up, what kind of friends. There's certain people you just like and other ones you just don't.
True that. Yeah, exactly. So, like, that's what I view sexuality as. It's like it's a part of who you are. You're wired like that. And you know what? I don't understand. There are, like, I've heard of, like, gay males who basically become straight. So, like, I know this guy, and he had, like, a traumatic experience. He had, like, he actually was in, like, a really bad accident. And, like, shortly after his accident, not shortly after, but, like, it was really bad because he was, like, in a coma for a while. But after his coma, all of a sudden, he's straight. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, I didn't understand that, because it's like, did he choose that, or is it, like, from, like, trauma based? You know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, did he get, like, knocked straight? But I mean, I don't know. I think that he took it more in, like, a religious direction, because I do remember him, like, then proclaiming, like, the word of God, like, the word of Christ, and, like, he was, like, super, like, I guess, like, preaching the gospel. And, I respect religion. I personally am not religious. I am spiritual. But I do, like, like I said, I do respect religion. Like, I love religious art and religious architecture. But as far as, like, social constructs that come from religion, it's a very, like, I don't know, it's a very constrictive way of thinking. And I don't know, I think it's very controlling to tell someone what they can and can't like, Mm-hmm. Like, I can't even tell myself what I can and can't like, let alone someone coming and telling me that I can't like a certain thing. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. But if you want to be, like, gay and then go straight, that's all you. I don't know how that would work, And then, like, I don't know. I guess, like, also, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm open as far as, like, sexuality too, because it's like, I'm not opposed to, like, I can't say for sure, oh, like, I'm never going to be into a female, because and I might in the future. Like, I'm not opposed to things.
Have you ever wished that you weren't gay?
I mean, when I was younger, I used to wish that. But I guess, like, in a way, like, being gay has just definitely, like, it's like such a part of who I am.
Seems like being gay is a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
From what I see.
Don't get me wrong, it is fun, but, like, at the same time, it's also, like, it's definitely, like, taken me to, like, some dark corners. Yeah, some scary dark corners.
Are there people in the gay community that are just, I don't know what word to use other than dark?
Oh, there's evil gays,
Yeah.
like super evil. And then there's gays that hate the gays. And they'll literally I don't know. I know of certain gays that will literally I don't know, sabotage the gay community.
What kind of little subcultures are there in the gay community?
Well, I mean, in particular, I'm thinking about politicians that are closeted. And, there's actually, there's been more than one politician where they literally will sit there and vote against the gay agenda. And then...
They're gay themselves.
Yeah, and they won't be outed until a scandal happens. And it's they don't have an option but to own up to, what they're doing behind closed doors. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's very hypocritical. I feel like if you're gay and you don't like being gay, that's fine. That's your business. But then don't go and try to fuck it up for everybody else. Just love and let love,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sometimes I guess sometimes being gay has also been such a blessing. It's kind of it's been a cheat code as well.
What are the upsides of being gay?
Well, I've been able to meet some really interesting people, and I don't know. It's for instance, if I ever go to a city, I don't have to worry about I guess if I go to a city and I'm exploring, I'm a tourist, I can easily meet someone that's a local to show me around who's gay. And so that's just literally at my beckoning. You know what I mean? It's literally there. And I don't know if straight people have that option really. Do they?
I don't think they do. But if you're very friendly, it can happen.
True. Yeah. But it's not
you have to be outgoing.
I feel it's not as easy as the gays have it. The gays, it's literally you just go on your phone and you can meet a gay that instant. But then at the same time, it's I don't know, it's very shallow. I guess straight people require more of an effort, you have to actually work on a friendship, relationship, or whatever it is. Whereas gay people, it's kind of just you know what you're there for, But yeah, I guess I don't know, what does pride mean to me? I think that pride to me is in a way I don't know, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, because it definitely is I guess it's when you think of pride, you don't think, well, I personally don't think of it being too much of pride is bad, So I think being too gay sometimes or being too much gay, that can also be a bad thing. I mean, for me at least, that's worked out that way. So for instance, I'll be walking downtown and it'll be the straight guys. It's the most ugliest straight guys that are calling me walking down the street. I don't even know these people. And then these guys will just call me or some sort of derogatory term. But then in retrospect, I'm thinking okay, well, I'm not checking you out. You're checking me out.
I've always assumed, and I don't think I'm too wrong, that guys that are upset with gay guys, straight people who are upset with gay people are probably secretly gay, and they just don't like dealing with the thought of that.
That's true. I mean, I think about that sometimes too, because it's I don't know, it's just when you're younger and you're getting picked on by someone, normally that person likes you when they're picking on you.
Right.
So now
It's like that.
It's transferred out into the streets. But yeah, it'll be the straight guys that are just picking on me, and I'm just they'll call me a and I'm just and I'm yeah, exactly. But I try to ignore it. It's really who are they? You know what I mean? They're checking me out. They're equally as gay.
Anyone spreading negativity is just...
Well, I think it takes balls to literally be gay.
It does. It does.
And I don't know, I feel like even like gay males, like in a way, like we kind of like harbor like the male like essence in a way. Like I feel like the gay community itself, like it very much like it puts like the perfect male physique like on a pedestal. And
Well, there's so many gay men, especially in West Hollywood, that have these incredible bodies.
yeah, and they're super like, that's like, like they're super masculine.
Good-looking dudes in West Hollywood. Too
Yeah.
bad they're all gay though.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it definitely takes a man to be gay. I don't know.
I mean, there's gay females.
True that.
That's a very different culture then.
Oh my God, the ones that we always like skip? One time I was like watching porn, and there was this scene where this guy had a female genitalia. And in my head, I always thought that was literally a male, like a guy that was born a guy, and then just decided that he didn't want to have the male genitalia, so he got the female genitalia. But in reality, that's not what it is. It's literally a female that has turned into a male, but has kept her female genitalia. Isn't that crazy? It's like when I was like told that that's what it was, I was just like, oh my God, I would have never even thought about it that way.
It's all getting so confusing now.
Yeah, literally. But I don't know. I've never experienced that, so I can't tell you what that's like. So, but yeah. Happy Pride, everyone.
So now that you're free of your problems, what do you want to do? You want to stay on Skid Row? What about working? What about supporting yourself?
So like, okay, so like Skid Row definitely like is not like, it's not like permanent. It's very temp, and I don't know. I've definitely been encouraged to like move or relocate, which I have that option. But in a way, I feel like I just haven't finished my like mission there, And I don't know. I definitely want to I want to give back to Skid Row.
Are the drugs still a part of your life?
Well, I don't do drugs. Drugs do me. I'm just kidding. But no, I guess Skid Row and drugs are synonymous with like each other, and it's a shame because it's like LA basically like dusts all its problems into Skid Row, and Skid Row is basically where they
I don't think Skid Row is going to go away. They've tried to clean it up, and they've tried to put housing up and all this kind of stuff. But it seems like it's just as robust as it always was.
Well, yeah, they sweep it under the rug often.
I think they should just make it a gated community, and just let it be.
Oh my God, you know what they should do? So back in the day, back in the Roman days, they used to have community bathhouses, where the people would go and basically cleanse themselves, and it was a very social place, and it was a very common thing to go to a bathhouse, and it was males and females, and it was just a thing. My question is, why don't they have that available?
There's one bathhouse down there.
Well, I think that's different. That's that's a gay bathhouse.
Yes, I think it is.
But they should have I don't know, something. I don't know. They should just beautify it. You know what I mean? Or at least bring something that brings the community together. Because I feel there, it's it's a community, but it's also very it's a very I guess what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the outskirts, you know, the fringes, the fringes of society. And so like when you have that label and like someone who goes there or ends up there has that like mentality that, oh, that is the fringes of society, they're already on their guard. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. It's like they put people there, but then it's like then they warn people about people there. But it's like that person is there too that you're warning about that, you know? So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's counterproductive. I feel like Skid Row has been there for me when no one else has. And I'm very thankful for that.
What are the best things about Skid Row for you?
Well, it's definitely just the opportunity, you know? The opportunity to not have to struggle on the streets.
Not have to work, not have to...
Well, that's not true because I do work, and, you know, it's...
When you say you work, what do you do?
Well, I do a lot of things, but mostly... Well, you have to ask me like this. What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
I am living. No, but yeah, like I am working. I'm working on, you know, I'm working on my clothing brand, and it's hard to also like work on my clothing brand because of the big business that actually like has took ownership of my idea. And yeah, it's like you can't go up against such a big business because
No excuses.
well, I know it sounds like it, but and I would think that too because I like now that I think about it, like back like when I first started my brand, I didn't put as much work into it as I should have, and that's why I ended up in this situation to begin with. But basically, like I started my brand and I went as far as to get an LLC, and you know I was creating garments and working on a lifestyle brand. But I was ill-advised and I was told that I didn't have to get my brand trademarked. And I was clueless. I didn't know, you know? I would have never even like done the research because I just was led blindly. And it was definitely a hard lesson learned because fast forward a few years and I find out that this huge company has trademarked my brand, and it like completely destroyed me because it was just like, that's like having like your baby die or something, you know what I mean?
You live and learn, and you start all over, and you do it right the next time, and
Yeah, that's
your
for
talent
sure.
they don't have
That's for sure.
if you have talent.
That's true. But yeah, like it actually did teach me like to if you're gonna do something, if you want something done right, you have to like do it yourself. And I know that like, you know, like learning like the boring side of business wasn't really like what I wanted to do, but it's like once I started like investing my time and effort into it, I started learning how easy things are in a way, you know? Like it's not that hard to like do your own articles of organization and your own taxes and all of that boring stuff. But it is mandatory, you know what I mean? And I guess you gotta pay to play, baby.
Being creative is not always fun.
Oh no, it is actually it's the best part because
No, but to run a creative business, there's still a business part of it.
oh yeah, true. And that's normally what a lot of people do is like they'll split the creative with the business part. But yeah, you definitely have to find a balance there, and you have to find the right person. But unfortunately, that was not what was in the cards for me at that point in time. And so lesson learned, you know? But I don't know. My brand was inspired actually by one of my friends from high school who died from a heroin overdose. And, at that time, we were both going down similar paths. Like, we were both very much like, I don't know, like, I just remember that we were in like very similar situations at one point. And then like the next thing I know, like he died. He literally died from an overdose. And that kind of like woke me up. And it kind of told me that I needed to not take things for granted. And for example, when he did pass away, around that time is when I did move to LA, because I wanted to like progress. I wanted to move forward in life. And, since he was not going to be able to do that, I didn't want to take that opportunity for granted. And I wanted to move forward, and not just for me, but like, for him, and it's sad, but like, yeah, it happens for a reason. And I think that that's kind of why, I guess, losing my brand hurt that much more, because there was a meaning to it, and there was a message behind it.
Yeah, but don't let yourself be a victim.
Oh, I'm not, for sure. To be honest, I already have I already have the next duck lined up, And that's one thing, is like, I'm kind of like a marketing genius, and like just ideas like just come to my brain, and I'm just like, wow, like that doesn't exist. And I guess what prevents me also from like seeking or pursuing these ventures is like, I don't know, it's just like, it takes a lot of like mental like ability to bring something from your head and manifest it in reality. And that process is like, it takes like, I guess, like another level of consciousness per se. So like, I guess manifestation in a way, but like, I don't know, manifestation is also tricky at times. Oh my God, do you want to know how I explain manifestation?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so you take your fist, right? And with your mind, you tell your fist to open. So I just did it, right? But I didn't open my fist. So this is where the manifestation part comes into play. With your mind, tell your fist to open, but actually open it this time. That was manifestation.
Okay. All I know is there's way too many creative geniuses sitting in coffee shops talking about what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's why people who are motivated.
That's why I don't
to work
tell
hard
no
are
one my ideas anymore, because I don't want them to be snatched. Snatched like
No, don't talk about it. Just do it.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Mm-hmm.
Snatched like my Jesus Christ makeup.
Cool. Well, Jimmy, it's great seeing you again.
Likewise, Mark.
I'm excited with your new freedom.
Yes.
Without a cloud hanging over your head.
It's time to manifest.
There you go. There you go. How old are you?
I'm forever 21.
21.
No, I'm
Good.
just kidding. I'm 31.
I know you're not saying.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're still young.
I think so as well.
You can do anything you like.
For sure.
But you have to do it. Don't talk about it.
It's already done.
Don't be a victim.
It's already mine.
There you go.
All right, Mark.
All right. Wonderful seeing you again.
Likewise.
I love your outfit.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.